Imagine scrolling down the street on a beautiful fall day and suddenly being arrested or fined for being ugly. Well, until 1974, that was reality in parts of the United States. After the Civil War, with many soldiers returning disabled or disfigured, cities began passing ugly laws. These ordinances made it illegal for people with visible disabilities, deformities, or even those who were poor and begging to appear in public. The first came in San Francisco in 1867, and by the 1880s, they had spread to places like Chicago, Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska, Portland, Denver, Columbus, Ohio, and even the entire state of Pennsylvania. Chicago's 1881 law became the most infamous and stayed on the books until 1974. The justification was public order, but in reality, these laws criminalize and disability and poverty, forcing people into institutions, poorhouses, or complete invisibility. And here's a twist. While these cities banned disabled or visibly different people from the streets, there were no such things as disability benefits, so they had to seek some type of retribution, which is the reason of the rise of the freak show being no accident. Society labeled them unsightly in public, yet they paid to gawk at them under the Big Ten. It was exploitation, no doubt, but also one of the few ways many disabled people could actually earn a living and find a community when every other door was closed. Ugly laws were not the same as vagrancy laws, which criminalized being homeless or unemployed, which were definitely more widespread, but together they gave these cities a way to police poverty and disability. By the mid 20th century, as civil rights and disability movements gained traction, these laws were exposed as, of course, unconstitutional, punishing people for appearance rather than their actions. Chicago's repeal in 1974 came on the heels of Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, the first federal protection against disability discrimination. That movement eventually led to the Americans with Disabilities Act in 1990 and its 2008 amendments. But here's the kicker, and you might be surprised to know that the ADA actually doesn't apply to federal courts. Now, state courts must accommodate disabilities, but federal judges and staff are exempt. While the Judicial Conference policy has guidelines which they are supposed to follow, the language is limited and not really enforced. This is what I learned when I asked for accommodations to electronically file due to being ADHD, and I was mocked and denied. How ironic that the blind Lady Justice herself wouldn't even be protected in federal court, even though she often stands in front of it.